here. As a school teacher, we have the summers off, so I spend most of my summers enjoying, the free time and not having to educate, but I also like to do a lot of bicycling. I call myself an endurance cyclist, and in cycling, I like to go out and, do lots of miles, where a typical person on a Sunday evening may go and do 5 to 10 miles. I want to go do 80 or 90 miles. So I found myself in the situation where I'm looking for bigger and bigger adventures to participate in.
Okay, and so I think that what we'll do, we'll look at some of those, some of your activities in reference to
Well, one of the groups that I do participate with is the Fuller Center Bike Adventure. And I think the video is explaining what the Fuller Center is all about, why they have the bike adventure, and it'll kind of let you know one of the things I was involved in.
Okay, they're going to run that now.
My name is Haney12. 9 years ago, God led me to come join the Fuller Center for Housing as a volunteer straight out of college. I didn't know exactly what I was going to do there, but I had the charge given by Millard Fuller, the founder of the organization. He asked me to try to help get the next generation involved. So we had some ideas and we tried working on various things. And then at one point I made a suggestion to him on a single sheet of paper and showed it to him, had at the top Fuller Center Bicycle Adventure. And he looked at it, read through the proposal, and said, my favorite word on this sheet of paper is the word annual. And so we've been doing the rides ever since. That was in 2008 was our first ride. And that year we went from San Diego, California to Savannah, Georgia. We had just 8 of us go across the country. We stopped and worked on various Fuller Center build sites. As usual, we also had different segment riders who joined us as we went. But the idea that we had that very first year is exactly what we still do with Fuller Center Bicycle Adventure today. It's just on a larger scale. It's been growing and growing. It's been terribly exciting. So today we have about 35 riders who are crossing the country. It's actually so many we had to break into 2 rides. We have 35 going the whole way and about another 60 who are doing 3 weeks or 5 weeks or 1 week, different segments along the way, break it up into week-long segments, just to give everyone an opportunity to join. And all of us who are part of the journey stop and we just stay in churches along the way. We live very simply, but we live very fine. It's very, very good. We get to meet lots of people in the communities. We speak to churches. We get opportunities to share about what we're doing, why we're doing it. And then, whenever possible, we stop at a Fuller Center for Housing project along the way, lend our own hands, whether it's hammering nails or painting or laying a roof or cleaning the yard, whatever we're doing, contributing to the work of the Fuller Center for Housing. And so today, it's a tremendous opportunity for people to get involved with the work that we do. It's a little tour de Fuller of visiting Fuller Center projects across the United States, and a great way to raise support for all the work and donations of people who we meet, but also those who the riders already know, their family and friends and their home churches, and their co-workers, whoever chooses to support it. We invite you to come get involved with what we're doing. Come ride with us. As we say, ride a bike or ride a check. Either way, come get involved, take some action, do something with the Fuller Center for that.
Washington to Washington! Hooray!
Now, this gives us an opportunity during the second segment to talk about some more of those activities that you are involved in. But this is something that you've been involved with for many, many years. Is it not, AJ?
Yes, it is. This is my 5th year with the Fuller Center. As you see, I participated in just a part of the bike adventure this year. Last year I was able to go coast to coast, to go from California to Maine, and so I chose to only do 2 weeks this year with them. Another part of the things that I did this summer was to make sure that I covered as many states as I could. After achieving the goal of going cross country, my next goal is to cycle in all 50 states. So I was able to ride with the Fuller Center. I was able to ride my bike, before the Fuller Center adventure and after, to try to cover as many states as I could.
Okay, and so what we'll do, we'll take our first commercial break, and then we'll come back and we'll start with this second segment. And we'll be back with our audience following this very, very short commercial break. on the from the video, and so this is the second video we're going to come up back now.
So they're going to show the pictures while we're.
Right. So do you want to run through all the pictures all at once?
I don't know. With the timing, I mean, I basically just go through all the steps.